What would you do if you lived alone in a forest and the silence began to whisper back? What if your doors opened without reason and shadows moved without light? This isn't fiction. This is the terrifying true story of a man who stayed in a haunted cabin for 30 days. And what happened to him still remains unexplained. This is Daniel's story. Daniel Hughes, a 34-year-old nature photographer from Oregon, USA, wanted peace. He found a listing for a remote cabin in the heart of Mount Hood National Forest. No roads, no neighbors, no signal. It was perfect. He packed his camera, food, and survival gear for 30 days alone. The first few days were everything he hoped for: quiet mornings, misty landscapes, and the sound of wind moving through tall pine trees. He documented everything with his camera. But the forest was hiding more than just beauty. On the 5th night, Daniel heard it. A whisper. He paused. It was faint, but it was there. A soft voice, saying his name. He stepped outside. Nothing. Only the cold wind. He chalked it up to his imagination. But then, the next night, it happened again. This time louder, closer. He began to record audio each night. At exactly 3:07 a.m., there would be 3 knocks on the wooden walls. No one was ever there. Things got worse. His camera, which he always turned off at night, began to turn on by itself. One morning, he found new pictures in the memory card. He didn't take them. One showed him, sleeping. Another showed a dark figure standing outside the cabin. Daniel started locking all windows and doors. He even placed his camera facing the front door overnight. But every morning, the camera would be turned, facing inside the cabin. By day 17, Daniel was no longer sleeping. He saw a shape standing in the tree line. It didn't move. When he looked through his camera lens, it was gone. He started hearing footsteps above the cabin ceiling. But there was no attic. Then, one night, something tried to open the door. He held it shut for 10 minutes. Whatever it was, didn't knock this time. It scratched. He wanted to leave. But the path back had been blocked by fallen trees. He was trapped. Day 25. Daniel's journal entries turned panicked. He wrote about voices inside the room. About waking up with muddy footprints on his bed. About things moving in the dark. He didn't eat. He didn't sleep. He just waited. Camera in hand. Lantern always on. Day 30 came. He left the cabin just after dawn. He didn't pack. He didn't look back. Back home, Daniel reviewed all his recordings. One video, from the final night, shows him asleep. And behind the glass window, something standing there, tall, motionless, watching. He deleted the footage. He never spoke of it again. But he still has the photo. And in the background, 2 glowing eyes. Subscribe for more real horror stories. And remember, some places are not meant to be lived in, especially when you're not alone.